Friends, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Purna's Commerce classes. In the previous video, we have seen the various mistakes or errors committed by the bookkeeper. Now, in this video, we see how the errors are classified and at the same time, how the errors are rectified. Okay, now this is a screenshot I have taken from ICAI material as it is. Okay, now look at errors. Errors are broadly classified into error of principle and clerical errors. Look at error of principle and clerical errors. Okay. Now we try to understand what is error of principle first. Error of principle. See, we have a concept called capital expenditure versus revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure versus revenue expenditure and capital receipt versus revenue receipt. See, expense we divide into capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. At the same time, receipts we divide into capital receipts and revenue receipts. When you are recording the transaction, if you treat the capital expenditure as revenue expenditure or vice versa, revenue expenditure as capital expenditure, at the same time, capital receipts as revenue receipt or revenue receipt as capital receipt, we call this error or mistake as error of principle. I will give you some example. Look at example. Purchase of furniture, rupees 1 lakh on credit from ABC Limited. Now you people tell me, purchase of furniture. See, we are not furniture dealers. If we are doing business under furniture dealers as furniture dealers, then this furniture is goods for us. But we are not dealing with furniture. So that this furniture will become what? Asset for us. Asset for us. What is the correct entry we should record? The correct entry is furniture account to debit 1 lakh to ABC Limited account 1 lakh. Yes or no? This is the correct entry. Okay. Suppose if the same entry is written like this. Purchases account to debit 1 lakh to ABC Limited account 1 lakh. Okay, what happened here? Instead of debiting furniture account, which account is debited? Purchases account. Here what happened? Purchase of furniture is capital expenditure. Purchase of goods is revenue expenditure. In our example, capital expenditure is treated as revenue expenditure. So it is error of principle. So when you record any entry in contravention to the rules, principles, then these type of errors we call it as error of principle. Error of principle. Now you people tell me, because of this error of principle, there is no effect on trial balance. Trial balance will agree. See, when the trial balance is not agreed, then it is 100% conclusive evidence that there are some mistakes. But due to this error of principle, our trial balance agree. You may ask, sir, how the trial balance agree? Look at here. Credit is correct. Credit 1 lakh is correct. Whereas debit also how much amount we have given? 1 lakh. Here also 1 lakh. But instead of debiting furniture account, you debited purchase account. That's it. But amount is correct. Amount is correct. So automatically your trial balance shows debit 1 lakh, credit 1 lakh. So there is no difference in the trial balance. So because of this error of principle, there is no effect on our trial balance. I hope you understood this concept of error of principle. Now look at the next one. Look at here. Treating revenue expenses as capital expenditure or vice versa, or the sale of fixed asset as ordinary sale. So these are called error of principle. Our trial balance will agree. If you can understand this flow chart, then you can understand all the errors committed in maintaining the books of accounts. After understanding this flow chart, we try to understand its rectification, right? Next, clerical errors. Clerical errors means the remaining errors committed by the bookkeeper during the process of recording, posting, casting, balancing, and carry forward to the trial balance. All those things all comes under clerical errors. Again, these clerical errors we divided into error of principle, next error of commission, next compensating errors. Next, third one, compensating errors. Look at compensating errors. Right. So clerical error, again we can divide into error of omission, error of commission, and compensating errors. Okay. Now first we discuss about error of commission. Error of commission, again we divided into two types. Look at complete omission and partial omission. This is called complete omission, and this is called partial omission. What is the meaning of this? Look at, if you observe in our previous video, look at the time of recording the transaction. Look at here. Bookkeeper may not record the transaction at all. If the transaction is not recorded in the books of accounts at all, this is called complete omission of the transaction. Because of this complete omission of the transaction, there is no effect on our trial balance. Why? Because the transaction not at all recorded. That means there is no debit and there is no credit. So that our trial balance agree. Next, come to partial omission. Partial omission also yesterday we have discussed one example. Look at, yeah. See here, while he is posting into ledger accounts, actually this transaction should be posted in purchase account at the same time RAM account. Yes or no? We posted into purchase account, but whereas we forgot to post into RAM account. So this transaction partially posted. Yes or no? So this is called partial omission. Or we recorded, see, all cash transactions or bank transactions we record in cash book. So in the cash book, we recorded the transaction, but from cash book, we forgot to post into concerned ledger account. So here what happened, partially recorded in cash book, but the other entry, corresponding entry, not posted into the ledger. So these are called partial omission. Because of complete omission, there is no effect on our trial balance, but because of partial omission there is an effect on our trial balance. Why? Look at here, purchase, there is posting in purchase account. So purchase account showing 1 lakh debit, whereas there is no posting in the ROM account. So that debit 1 lakh but corresponding credit 1 lakh not available. So automatically trial balance shows debit 1 lakh, credit 0, nothing. Automatically the trial balance does not agree. So to put it simple, because of complete omission there is no effect on trial balance, because of partial omission there is an effect on trial balance. Observe here. Look at, omitting an entry completely from the subsidiary books, trial balance will agree. Next, omitting to post the ledger account from the subsidiary books, trial balance will not agree. See, this partial omission is possible only in case of manual accounting system. Why? Because under computerized accounting system, the moment you record the entry in the computer, the moment you give debit and credit accounts to the computer, computer will post automatically. Computer will post into those accounts automatically. So this partial omission is not possible under computerized accounting environment, but in under manual system it is possible. Okay students, next come to error of commission. Error of commission is simply the mistakes which we have committed during the recording, posting or casting, all those things. Okay, right. Now look at, again these are classified into look at, writing the wrong amount in the subsidiary books. See, in the subsidiary book already this also we have seen students. Look at, I will show it again. At the time of recording, yeah, look at, recorded wrong amount. Actual amount is how much? 1 lakh. Actual amount is how much? 1 lakh. But how much amount we recorded in the subsidiary book? 10,000. Okay, now look at, in the subsidiary book how much amount we have written? 10,000. The same 10,000 goes to purchase account debit side, and the same 10,000 goes to ROM account credit side. So purchase account to debit 10,000, ROM account credit 10,000. Debit has corresponding credit, so that automatically our trial balance agree. Yes or no? Understood? So it is a mistake, but even though our trial balance is agreeing. Why? Because in the subsidiary book how much amount you have written? 10,000. So that automatically posting also we give 10,000. So automatically there is no effect on the trial balance. I hope you understood this. Next one, look at, yeah. So our trial balance will agree. Next one. Wrong casting of subsidiary books. What is the meaning of wrong casting of subsidiary books? See, in the previous video we have seen wrong casting of account. Here look at wrong casting of account. Instead of 1,50,000, how much amount we calculated? 15,000. So it is wrong casting of ledger account. So we know the concept of subsidiary books are periodically totaled. And this total we post into concerned ledger account. Yes or no? Yes. While we are totaling the subsidiary book, we may commit some casting error. Casting error means totaling error. Okay. So when you have committed this totaling error, automatically the trial balance does not agree. Okay, look at, I will show you with an example. Okay, look at here. Here we sold goods to Ram 1 lakh and Mr. Shyam, assume 50,000. Now this subsidiary book periodically totaled. Actually, what is the total? 1,50,000. But how much I am totaling? 15,000. How much I am totaling? 15,000. Now you people observe here. You people observe purchase account. Now the same total, I'll take it to the purchase account. Purchase account debit side. How much? 15,000. Now look at ROM account. ROM account. ROM account credit how much? 1 lakh. Next, Shyam account. Shyam account also credit how much? 50,000. Shyam account credit how much? 50,000. Now after balancing these three accounts, if you come to trial balance, what happens here? Look at here, purchase account, how much it is showing? 15,000, whereas ROM account, how much it is showing? 1 lakh, and Shyam, how much it is showing? 50,000. Now you people tell me, is this trial balance agree or not? No. Purchase account debit just 15,000, whereas credit ROM and Shyam put together 1,50,000. So here trial balance will not agree. What is the mistake happened here? When you are casting the subsidiary book, you have committed some mistake. That mistake is carried to the concerned ledger account. The same mistake carried to the trial balance also. Understood, students? Yes. This is the example of casting subsidiary books. I hope you understood. Next look at. So our trial balance does not agree. Okay, next one. Posting the wrong amount in the ledger. See, try to understand these wordings. Ledger, not subsidiary books. This is what? Subsidiary books. So we should identify where the mistake is happened. Is the mistake happened in subsidiary books, that means recording stage, or is the mistake happened in the ledger, that means posting stage? Okay, that is very important. This is what? Posted the wrong amount in the ledger. This also we have discussed in the previous class. Look at the time of posting. Look at posted wrong amount. Actually here 1 lakh we should write, but how much you have written? 10,000. So ROM account credit 10,000, whereas purchase account debit 1 lakh. Try to visualize. Purchase account debit 1 lakh, ROM account credit 10,000. Now there is a difference of 90,000 rupees. So that trial balance will not agree. Right? So these are called error of commission. Right? Next, look at. Next. Now you tell me, this type of mistake, is it possible in computerized environment? No. Posting mistakes will not happen in computerized environment. Why? Because posting is done by the computer, automation. So if you give correct input to the computer will check all the automation work. So this type of mistake we cannot find in the computerized environment. Right? Next, look at posting an amount on the wrong side. This is also manual mistake. In the computer it will not happen. Okay, posting an amount on the wrong side. So account should be credited, but we have taken to the debit. So this is called posted wrong side. This also we have seen in the previous video. Next, look at wrong balance of an account. Wrong balance. This also we have seen. Look at. See, actually this should be shown on the credit side. But instead of showing the credits balance on credit side, which side we have shown debit side. So this is called, because of this also our trial balance does not agree. Yes or no? Right. Next, look at it. So these are the errors of commission. So like this, you can take any number of examples or any type of mistake you may commit. Okay, error of commission. Next, come to compensating errors. This is very important. Very important. Look at, because of these four, trial balance does not agree. Right. Now look at compensating errors. We'll discuss about compensating error. Look at compensating error. Now, to understand this compensating error concept, first we'll try to understand one example. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, try to observe. Goods sold. Goods sold to Ram rupees 10,000. Okay, on credit. This is one transaction. Another transaction. Goods sold to Shyam rupees 1,000 on credit. Okay, now these are credit sale of goods. So in which book we record these two transaction? Sales book. Yes or no? Now we'll draw the sales book format. Here we have our sales book format. Look at it. Now how do we record these two transactions in sales book? Let us assume the transactions happened on April 1st. So what we write here? Mr. Ram. How much? 10,000. And assume April 2nd. Mr. Shyam 1,000. Okay, try to observe here. Now, sales book is periodically totaled. What is the total here? 11,000. Now, this we post into sales account and RAM account and Shyam account. Yes or no? Now look at it. Sales account, RAM account and Shyam account. Right. Now look at it. Okay, now look at it. So sales account credit side, how much amount we'll write? 11,000 by total as per sales book, that will write 11,000. RAM account debit how much? 10,000. Actually we should write 10,000. Now what I am doing, look at, instead of debiting 10,000, by mistake I have debited 1,000. Here what happened? RAM account was debited 1,000. Actual debit 10,000, but how much debit we have given? 1,000. Understood? Next. Shyam account actual debit how much? 1,000. But now look at, I am giving a debit of 10,000. Here what happened? Actually there is a mistake in RAM account as well as there is a mistake in Shyam account. Here the error which is happened in RAM account is nullified or compensated with the error happened in the Shyam account. Here there are two errors. This, because of one error, the another error gets nullified or compensated. These type of errors we call it as compensating errors. Compensating errors. These type of errors are a little bit difficult to identify. Okay, now look at it. Now look at it. See, if you prepare trial balance, do prepare trial balance. What is your observation? Look at it. Sales account. How much credit? 11,000. ROM account. How much debit? 1,000. Shyam account. How much debit? 10,000. Now you people tell me, is your trial balance agreed or not? Is your trial balance agreed or not? Yes, it is agreed. Observe. So, because of compensating errors, there is no effect on our trial balance. Trial balance will agree. Because of errors of principle, there is no effect on our trial balance. Because of compensating errors, there is no effect on our trial balance. And at the same time, because of complete omission, there is no effect on our trial balance. Here I am giving numbering. Look at, no effect. This is also no effect, and this is writing the wrong amount in the subsidiary book also our trial balance does not affect. Next, compensating errors. So because of these things, our trial balance will not get affected. Yes or no? And because of all the remaining errors, our trial balance gets affected. So this is the classification of the errors. I hope you understood this classification, students. Now, this classification gives another type of classification. That is what? Look at these errors. Now we classify based on the effect on trial balance. The effect on trial balance. That means what? The error affects trial balance and the error does not affect trial balance. Now we will see. Look at. Now we see. Look at. On the basis of their impact on the ledger accounts or trial balance. Look at it. One-sided error. We may classify it as one-sided error and two-sided error. What is the meaning of one-sided error? The mistake at the error is only in one account. Only in one account. The error is only in one account. This is called one-sided error. When the error is only in one account, automatically the trial balance does not agree. The trial balance does not agree because the mistake is happened in one account. So the another account is correct? Yes. So trial balance does not agree. Now look at what is the meaning of two-sided error. That means the error is happened or occurred in more than two accounts. Two or more accounts. This is perfect. Two or more accounts. Look at. So the error is happening to or more than two accounts. These are called two-sided error. These are called two-sided error. In this case, our trial balance may not agree or our trial balance agrees. See, two-sided compensating errors happens in two accounts at the same time. Error of principle also happens in two accounts. Yes, so this is two-sided error. Yes, but the trial balance agreed. In some cases, when the error happened in two accounts, the trial balance may not agree. I hope you understood this type of classification also, students. Sir, why should we classify the errors like this? Because if you classify the errors like this, then it becomes easy for us to rectify them. See, in this video, we have seen how the errors are classified. And with examples we have seen already in the previous class. In the previous class we have seen generally what are the possibilities of the mistakes, what are the possibilities that a bookkeeper may commit mistake, that we have seen. The same thing today we have discussed in the form of classification of errors, like error of principle, clerical errors, again clerical errors into error of compensating errors, and error of omission, and again error of omission into partial, complete, and error of commission. So all the classification we have seen. Now here also on the basis of their impact on ledger accounts or trial balance, one-sided error and two-sided error. Why we are classifying this? To rectify all those errors. And why should we rectify all those errors? Already we have discussed, because our objective of accounting is to calculate, to maintain systematic records without any errors or mistakes, at the same time to prepare and present true financial statements. That means what? True profit and loss and true financial position. So this is our objective. To meet our objective, we should rectify all the errors. Yes or no? Yes. So the rectification of errors, how to rectify the errors, that we see in the next video, students. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click bell icon. So like it, share it, and comment it. We meet again in the next video. Till then, bye bye students.